What is going on, Cupbangers? Today's a very sweaty day in LA. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro! On today's episode of Let's Talk About Cars, yo, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do somewhat of a garage update, but with the whole Cupgang. And we're not just gonna list cars from 1 to 10, telling you which one's my favorite or anything. There's no order in this list. The reason why is I don't want anyone's feelings to get hurt, and honestly, these lists are 100% based on personal preference. So I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna tell you what Cupgang member has what, and then I'm gonna tell you a story related to the car and why I like it, and why it made it the list, and then let's go from there. And then you guys tell me what you like. So, if we satisfy your car porn needs in this video, please make sure to like it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us a lot more with the show and everything that we're doing, so we would appreciate that. And let's get this party started. The first car that's coming in is courtesy of Brian Gold, PhD. That dude's bringing us the Nissan Skyline, which is basically the old GTR. This is the R34 Skyline. This car is one of my favorites, not only because he drives on the other side, and that is the weirdest thing ever. The first time I saw B driving his car, it blew my mind when I rolled up next to him, rolled down my window, and he was right here, and he's driving his car. I was like, oh, I guess that's convenient. I'm also mentioning his car because this is the first car that I beat Brian on my 918, so go. Sorry, dude. But I love it. It's the classic Godzilla. That's one of the most badass cars on earth, and one of the hottest ones among collectors, and like younger generations do love them. So there you go, Skyline R34. Next on our list is Ghost and Stuff's GT3 RS. Yeah, that's not that cliche. By the way, within the group in Cupgang, we have at least 4 GT3 RSs between everyone. Why I'm picking Ghost and Stuff's GT3 RS? I love it so much. Holy shit, this is proper fast! Oh my god, the brakes in this thing are insane! Oh, it's so ridiculous. It's bunkers. It's the first car within the group that we all, that got touched, modified. We took around the track several times and we saw the improvements and the differences. This car is running around thermal as close to the 918 as any other car, production regular car that I've ever seen. So that's why Ghost and Stuff's GT3 RS is gonna make the list. Aside from all the badass looks, no doubt about that. So drink it all in, people, drink it all in. Ghost and Stuff. Next on our list comes again courtesy of Brian, and that is his LFA. I love the LFA. I know you guys had a chance to see Gordon's LFA, that was the LFA with the most miles in the world, already in one of our videos. But Brian's LFA holds a very special place in my heart for several reasons. Number one, it's the first LFA I ever drove. Fell in love with it. I really liked it. And number two, that's the LFA that we used for the stiffness test video that we made. And that is the most viewed video I've ever done in my life and ever gotten. So that's why it holds like a special little place in my heart, aside from the great sound, great looks, great spec that Brian got. So LFA, cannot miss that on the list. And also, curious note, there's at least 3 LFAs in Cupgang. Boop. Coming up next, Azzurro Dino's Carrera GT. And the Carrera GT that Azzurro Dino owns and not mine is because Abdul, honestly, dead on, loves that car. He likes it as much as he likes that Cinque. I don't care what he says, you can tell in his eyes. He's so proud of it, the way it sounds. He drives the shit out of it. His car's got some miles, and that's a good thing. He loves it, and I can see why. Those roads in Dubai are perfect for the CGT, and to be a CGT owner in Dubai must be awesome. Flat roads everywhere, not a lot of traffic, big roads, long. That's what she said. So, Azzurro Dino CGT would be next. As far as Carrera GT goes, there's at least three Carrera GTs in the group that we can talk about. Coming up next on the next spot would be the Huayra, and this is going to be Chemical Methods Huayra. That is the first Huayra ever to be ordered into the United States. I love the spec so much, all matte, black on black. That is the first Huayra I ever saw in person. And at some point, I told Chemical Method when I first met him, dude, I'm pretty sure I have more pictures of your cars than you do. And he goes, there's no way, that is absolutely impossible. I showed him the my phone with all the pictures, and he's like, he didn't say anything, he just looked at me like I had a problem and he knew about it. So this is why the Huayra makes it to this list. Chemical Methods Huayra, because it brought the leaper inside of me and it made me a fanboy. So yes, as far as the Huayra goes, there's about 3 in the group. Just regular coupe Huayras. Coming up next, it's Azzurro Dino's F40. And the reason why I'm saying Azzurro Dino's F40 specifically is because that is the most magnificent spec and restoration job I have ever seen in my life. And I just mean they refreshed the car inside. I mean, look at the paint. Everything is original from Ferrari. Everything. The paint in Azzurro Dino, the new seats that are red. I mean, that car was immaculate. And the reason why I'm putting it in this list is, number one, great memories with Abdul, that garage video that we made in Dubai with Abdul's cars. 2, that's the first time I really got to experience an F40 and really push it. And that's what really gave me that love for the F40 rather than the F50. I said the F50 was my favorite car. I didn't drive one before or 2 before that were not like up to par. Abdul's car, and the way I was able to rip that like really opened my eyes to realizing that might be the greatest Ferrari ever built. The 918, and here I'm just gonna mention 2 because I'm being nice to myself. My 918 in Salomondrin, or acid green, because I love it so much. This is a car, my favorite car on earth. It's ridiculous, it's obnoxious, it's just like me in a car, and it exists. So, but the real car that should be in this spot, in this list, is Ghost and Stuff's 918. Why? Because that's the original destroyer. That's the car that set the pace for the show that we're doing called Banging Gears. That's the car that beat the Holy Trinity, that's the car that beat the ACR, and that's the car with the fastest lap around thermal for us until today. I love those trips, I love everything that's associated with them, and spending my time at thermal. And Ghost and Stuff's car, it's the perfect spec. It's got that paint job, that's $65,000, beautiful black interior with the green piping. I mean, that is the most legit 918 spec ever. So yeah, Ghost and Stuff's 918 and my 918. As far as the 918 goes, there's at least 4 918s in the group. All right, on the next spot, this is a car that I had a lot of problems understanding and a lot of trouble realizing what made people love it. And I'm talking about Chemical Methods Bugatti Vitesse. That is the most immaculate spec on earth. That is the bug I've spent the most amount of time in, and I love it. I mean, it's got blue. Blue is my favorite color, as you guys can tell. Now green is becoming a second, but blue is my shit. That car has the most beautiful blue interior, the most beautiful gray combination on the outside, the dark black carbon fiber everywhere, inside and out. The car's fast, it's quiet. I don't know. I like it a lot, and that makes Chemical Method an official Bugatti collector. So he knows what that means. I'm afraid there's only one bug in Cupgang right now. As far as I'm concerned, maybe I'm skipping someone, but we have 4 new Chirons coming into the group. So there's that to look forward to. The next spot is taken by one of the most awesome cars ever made. Again, part of the Holy Trinity. That's right, we're talking about the LaFerrari. We're talking about Gunzy's LaFerrari. Oh my God, that is the most special LaFerrari in the world to me, because that's the car, along with the 918, the Huayra and everything, the first time I ever drove the whole Holy Trinity. And it was bunkers, and it was the greatest thing ever. That was the first LaFerrari I ever got a chance to review, go over the spec, go over the little details inside of the car. Everything about it was just, it's one of the most memorable trips in my life, and it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. The reason why I like it so much is one of those things that was in your bucket list. I realized that that was the case once I was there and I was living it. Normally we don't live in the moment and we're looking for what's ahead. At that point I stopped on my tracks and said, Alejandro, there's a LaFerrari, a P1, a Huayra, and a 918 right here. My boy's good enough to let me drive him, check him out, make videos for them. Is that not the craziest, coolest thing in the world? To me it is. So that's why the LaFerrari is sitting right there Next on the list, and would be from the same owner, my friend Gonzi, the McLaren P1, the yellow one. Oh my God, I loved it so much. It's the same thing as the LaFerrari story because that was the first time I ever got to drive it. I ever got to experience it the way I experienced it there. But mostly because that video that I made with Gonzi was like the first real attempt at a review that I ever did. And I had the best time ever, and I suffered, and it was shitty, but it was great at the same time. So that car to me holds a very special place in my heart. That's why. P1, baby. And to finish off our list, we're gonna end up on a high note and not a surprise to anyone here. Number one would be the Zonda, the Pagani Cinque Roadster that Azzurro Dino has. Oh, how can anyone deny that? That is one of the greatest cars, not only ever made, it's one of the most fun, one of the best sounding cars in the world. There's only 5 Roadsters, 5 coupes. Abdul's got the only one with the red interior. I got to drive it in Dubai with my dude Abdul. I love Abdulito. He loves that Cinque so much. You can tell by his eyes. Like, you can tell immediately that there is so much love happening all inside little Abdulito when he sees his Cinque. Aside from that, the looks, I mean, you guys go, looks, sound, collectability, appreciation. I mean, that car just checks every single point up. And that's the first Zonda that I ever really got to rip, because the one in Geneva, which was awesome, you know, we had some problems because it was snowing, it was raining, it was like minus I don't know how many degrees, it was terrible. But then in Dubai, I really got a chance to give it the full enchilada, and I loved every single second of it. So that's it for now. Those are the most notorious cars right now in Cupgang. Which one is your favorite, people? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Again, guys, just so that you guys know, we're nothing but a group of friends that love cars. We met through cars, love each other, and it's becoming a thing. So just for those who had a question about what Cupgang is and how can I be a Cupgang member, also, if you like cars and cars brought you to your friends and you have a posse of friends that you met through cars, you're Cupgang, baby, because cars unite people. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm Alejandro, and I do not approve this message. Take it easy, guys.